Stanchion is a success. She got out there by herself, eating a little bit of treats we left out. Be milking this thing in no time. Chance just hanging out in the sun. She got up there by herself. Very good. Guys, she's up here. Let's get around here where we can see. Oh no. Oh no. My head hold is too big. And we were worried about it being too small. Dang. I'm gonna have to redo that. That ain't gonna work. She can just pull her head right out of it. Dang. Yep, that ain't gonna work. Alright, put her up. I'm gonna have to fix that. And we were worried about that thing being too tight. Hey. You alright? Choking goat? Okay, guys, well, we're gonna have to fix that. That ain't gonna work. Dang.
Come on, Martha. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, going back in there, girl. It'll be alright. I built steps for it, and they're not attached. Just that way, if we want to move it, it'll be easier. Move two smaller pieces, then one big piece. I tried to build this with Les in mind mostly. She is going to be doing the goat milking stuff, so I tried to keep her in mind for the majority of this project. I built the steps out of 1x6s. This is treated lumber. I'm not anti-treated lumber or anything like that. I do a lot of construction work with my business, so I understand the different qualities of lumber, and sometimes you need treated lumber. And this is going to be outside. It is in the barn, so it will be somewhat protected, but I want it to last a long time. So I did build all of it out of treated lumber except this top deck right here. This top deck came from a friend of mine, and this is raw sawmill pine slats right here. They're about 1 inch thick. They're not very uniform. This is actually excess that was trimmed off trying to square up the log, and I thought that puppy would bark during my videos, but I thought this would be a nice little piece for Les instead of having a sheet of plywood up there. Maybe, you know, just something better to look at. And since it is raw wood, I took some of this boiled linseed oil that I had here, and that's just to condition the wood, really. You put some of that on there, you can really pour it on. Here, it won't hurt to have a little more on it. There's nothing special to this. It's not a big trick. It's not like stain where you gotta pour it on and wipe it around and all that stuff. You can just take this stuff, if you can open it, which I can't apparently. I don't have my knife on me.
It's okay. They get the gist of it.
Well, I was gonna show you guys. Anyway, you just really pour it on there. Pour it on good. You ain't gonna have too much of it. And you just wipe it around and it'll soak in. And you see it kind of changed the colors on it. Makes it look real pretty. And since I still had some extra scraps, I just went ahead and built a tray on the front here. We were gonna put a hanging rack here to hang a little bucket on or something to put the feed in, but I figured a little box would be better. Here's the head gate, and it's more 2x4s. And I cut this out. of the top here to lock it in. I was gonna build some kind of wedge system that would slide in and get tighter as the goat moved around and stuff, but again, I was trying to think about less, so I figured it'd be easier for her to have just one big piece up here she could grab.
And then it opens.
Yeah, and it'll hold it open also. That way nobody's head ever gets stuck while we're not out here or anything like that. And that's pretty much it, guys. There's not a whole lot to it. I'll sit down and think about the lumber that I used. I think there's 6 8-foot 2x4s in here and 2 8-foot 1x6s and this pine top, a couple screws. So it's not hard. I didn't get the laser out or anything crazy like that. I did try to make it as square as possible just for stability purposes. It's good structurally to be square. You can put braces in it that way and stuff. So it's good to go. I can get on it, walk around. It's not level, so it's in the barn. It's leaning a little bit, but it's more than enough for a Nigerian Dwarf milking goat. I know that. There it is, guys. Stanchion. Appreciate y'all. Jane, blackmouth cur, jack of all trades, livestock guardian dog, goat herder.
Jane, make it get back.
I don't know if we're going to be able to see it, but that is a bald eagle. Yeah, they've got a nest. There's a pair of them. There's a big pond. There's about a 14-acre pond right over there. And they like to hang out there. They off and on over the years we have some. But we have a pair right now. It's flying away. It was really close and it kind of got away before I could get the phone out. There he goes. Appreciate y'all.